I want us to look at this poem by Wilfred Owen. And one of the things we're going to do is to contrast it to the poem that Shakespeare provides for us out of Henry V. This is the poem. I'm going to give you a link so that you can listen to it being read. But this is the poem that we're going to consider. It was written during World War I. One of the things that is important about the poem is that the title is an allusion, and it alludes to a poem written by Horace. This is a translation that is here because it would have originally been written in Latin. Notice in the fourth stanza that the first line, it is sweet and fitting to die for one's country. And that is the line, that is the title, and that is the idea that Owen is using in his poem, his allusion. As always, it's important to understand what language in the poem means. First of all, there is obviously the reference in the title, the allusion. And then because this was written almost 100 years ago during a different time, it's important for us to understand the language. The flares here are rockets. Distant rest means that the soldiers were away from the front lines. Outstripped, being outpaced. 5 nines were shells. The poisonous gas that we'll look at in just a moment and the symptoms to it, it would fill the lungs with fluid and it would have the effect of a person who is drowned. The helmets are referring to the gas mask. Lime is a substance that can burn live tissue. Panes are the glass pieces in the gas mask. The sound is the sound of someone drowning and the sound of a candle going out. Cud is what a cow chews. Cows have several stomachs, and what they eat, and then they lie down and chew their cud. So that's the reference. Again, the idea of the allusion. The mustard gas, or gas, that was being referenced was something that was used illegally. But these were warning posters that would have been used during World War I to let the soldiers know what it smelled like and how they would respond physically to the effects of the gas so that they could take appropriate precautions. This is an artist rendering of men wearing the gas mask so that they would not be affected. Notice that this drawing was done in 1924. And finally, an image that was reprinted, but it is an image of German stormtroopers that emerged from this gas that was used by the Germans as they attacked the British. The poem itself by Owen is considered to be one of the best known of the World War I poems. But if you read through the poem, you see that there are images, a thick green light, a green sea, the idea of a man drowning, and that is what would have happened when men were exposed to this. And then the horror of the death that occurred. What Owen's poem presents is the idea that perhaps Horace's message that it is good and fitting to die for one's country may well be true. However, it comes at great cost.